Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the Feeding the Homeless video that I have on the main channel. If you haven't seen it, click right there and check it out. Right now I want to share with you some extended interviews that I did with some people who either are homeless or were homeless just recently, to hear their stories as to how they got where they are and what they're looking forward to in the future. It was an absolute privilege to interview these people and to hear their stories, so I hope that you enjoy this as well. Thanks for watching.
I think the biggest part about treating homeless people and attitudes towards homeless people is understanding why they're homeless.
There are instances of divorce and domestic violence. Trauma can lead to homelessness, and of course addiction and mental illness.
I basically grew up here in the Los Angeles area, graduated from high school, went off to college, got married, had some children, and things happen financially, so you get a divorce and then you find yourself homeless. I moved in with my sister. Things still was, she had her own problems, so I eventually had to move out of her place and live in my car, and that was very devastating. I never hit rock bottom like that before.
I'm a veteran. I served in the military for 22 years. And I had to have some surgery done. I had to have my knees replaced. I had ruptured 8 discs through my spine. That ended up leaving me homeless.
My journey started in 2005, August 16th. I started landing jobs here and there, and I wasn't getting luck with work. I was living comfortably in Los Feliz for a while, had beautiful kids, got married, and then the relapse occurred, and I became homeless after that.
You stay hungry a lot, and when the weather's bad, you're constantly looking for a place to eat, a place to lay your head, especially when at nightfall.
It's actually been hard being homeless together.
And not only are we homeless, but we're also a gay couple that, I mean, all my life I've had problems. Back then it wasn't accepted, you know? It just wasn't, which is why I ran away a lot.
I feel as if there's been instances where I've been pushed to the back burner because I was a homeless person. While I was in the Ascencia, I was looking at some churches, and I started attending a church. And when they found out that I was actually coming from a homeless center, I was basically told I wasn't welcome.
Those days were like, you know, sleeping in the car and covering up my windows, you know, like it gets like schizo after a while, you know, like you thinking people are watching you after a while and people are judging you, and have to eat out of trash cans and just to survive. It was rough times.
I was walking down the road one morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, carrying my blanket, and this guy's going to work, I imagine, and he rolls down his window and goes, "Get out of my neighborhood, you bum." Oh.
We've gotten in situations where, well, say my family, we tell them, you know, we're living in the shelter, and they're like, "Shh, don't say that." You know, making sure nobody, you know, hears around us. It's like, it's not a disease. You know, we're homeless, we're trying to get back up. All we need is our foot in that door. And we don't understand why they look at us like that, like different.
People bump into you in the store or whatever, and they just walk on like totally oblivious of who you are.
A friend told me about Ascencia. When I arrived here, it was so nice. The staff was very comforting and assuring, and they gave me a little cot to sleep on. So it was very comforting to have somebody support you and to believe in you and come and talk to you.
I was able to come back very hard, very quickly. I committed myself to homeboy industry for 2 years. Got my kids back. They took my kids away from me. I got my kids back. Life is just on top of the world now.
From everything that we've gone through, it's, you know, we haven't given up hope, we haven't given up faith. We found Ascencia, and it's like I wake up not worried.
What is most helpful is starting with treating them with dignity and respect, and really hearing where they are in their life story. Then we can start to put it together and see what the next step will be.